In February 1959, 9 experienced hikers embarked on an ill-fated trek through the Ural Mountains in Russia. Their destination was Mount Otorten, but they never reached it. The Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries. The group consisted of experienced adventurers, all in their early 20s. They were led by Igor Dyatlov, a seasoned mountaineer who had summited Everest just 3 years prior. Little did they know, this would be their last expedition together. On January 28, 1959, the hikers set up their base camp near the mountain pass that would eventually bear Igor Dyatlov's name. They planned to spend several days acclimating to the high altitude before attempting to summit Mount Otorten. But something went terribly wrong. On February 26, a group of local woodcutters stumbled upon the hikers' abandoned tent. The fabric was ripped open from the inside out, and the hikers' belongings were scattered about the campsite. It would be months before the full extent of their tragedy became clear. The Dyatlov group's itinerary was well planned, but they deviated from it on February 1. Their initial plan was to climb Mount Otorten, but they ended up taking a shortcut through the forest. This decision would prove to be fatal. The hikers' last campsite was found near the Yudin River, where they had set up their tent for the night. Upon examining the tent, investigators found evidence of a sudden, inexplicable event. The tent had been ripped open from the inside, with no signs of forced entry or exit. The hikers' clothing and gear were strewn about, as if they had been in a state of panic. The hikers' last photographs reveal a sense of unease and confusion. One image shows them walking towards the woods, while another captures a glimpse of something in the distance, a possible explanation for their panicked flight. The investigation into the Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of the most baffling in modern history. Despite numerous theories and speculations, the truth behind the hikers' deaths remains shrouded in mystery. As we continue our exploration of this frozen enigma, the question remains, what drove these 9 hikers to flee their campsite into the unknown? One of the most intriguing pieces of evidence is the condition of the hikers' footwear. Despite the extreme cold, their boots were not icy or frozen, suggesting that they might have been removed at some point. This raises more questions about what happened to them in those final hours. The investigation revealed that the hikers' tent had been ripped open from the inside, with no signs of external damage or intruders. This has led some experts to suggest that the group might have experienced an intense internal conflict, leading to a chaotic and violent escape. The Dyatlov group's planned route would have taken them through some of the most treacherous terrain in the Ural Mountains. However, the exact location where they died remains a mystery. It wasn't until days later that their bodies were found scattered across the forest floor. One of the hikers' journals contains a disturbing entry that describes a strange sensation felt by several members of the group. This has sparked theories about possible paranormal activity or a rare atmospheric phenomenon known as ball lightning. The investigation into the Dyatlov Pass incident began on February 26, 1959, when 9 hikers failed to return from their expedition. An aerial search party spotted the group's tent had been ripped open from the inside, and the hikers were nowhere to be found. Upon investigating the hikers' tent, officials discovered signs of a violent and rapid departure. The tent's fabric was found to be ripped from the inside, suggesting the hikers fled in panic. Footprints led away from the campsite, but none returned. The investigation revealed that some of the hikers' clothing and gear were found scattered throughout the forest, including one pair of boots with the laces ripped out. This has led many to believe that the group was fleeing from something, but what? Theories abound about what drove the group to flee their tent and into the night. Some believe it was an avalanche, while others speculate about military experiments or even alien encounters. As we delve deeper into this frozen mystery, one thing becomes clear: nothing can fully explain the terror that befell these 9 hikers. The investigation into the Dyatlov Pass incident has been ongoing for decades, but the truth remains elusive. In 2019, Russian investigators finally released their findings, concluding that a yet unknown external factor caused the hikers' deaths. However, many questions remain unanswered. As we delve deeper into this enigmatic case, it's clear that the Dyatlov Pass incident will forever be etched in our collective imagination. And so, we conclude our journey into the frozen mystery of Dyatlov Pass. Despite the passing years and numerous theories, the truth behind this tragic event remains shrouded in secrecy. The Dyatlov Pass incident serves as a poignant reminder that sometimes, nature's secrets are too great for human understanding. As we reflect on this haunting tale, let us remember, some mysteries are meant to be left unsolved. Note, the final shot of the lone hiker walking away from the slope is intended to evoke a sense of closure and new beginnings, while also leaving the audience with a lasting impression of the enigmatic case.